Hi there, it feels alive.
Available to do that
Upper global sea temperature,
so this is
marine,
just the main body of water
climate change.
between the poles. But yeah, this is a really significant result.
Weather forecast
It's
UK 23.
20.96 degrees Celsius,
Times down
the
there.
highest temperature ever recorded. So it really is that's significantly higher than the average temperatures you'd expect.
Date today is the, you name it.
Sea temperatures are crucial to so many
Friday,
things.
4th of August, 23.
Marine life, but also the currents that drive so much of our weather, particularly here in the UK. It's really important that we understand what impact this record's going to have, and that's what I've been learning about here in Plymouth.
I'm going to keep growing lots of seaweeds and stuff like grass in the future to make more cod for us to eat and provide for wildlife.
Steady increase, up about a third of a degree a decade. Have we got a reading for today yet, do you know? I heard them say something around 18 or 19, which is 4 degrees higher than it should be. It's been a similar pattern globally, rising sea temperatures and increasing numbers of marine heat waves. And it has just reached a new peak, 20.96 degrees Celsius, the highest global average sea temperature ever recorded.
Wow.
The world's warming waters are a dangerous trend, say experts.
People's perspective is that the ocean, it's so big, it's so vast that it can buffer, anything that humanity can throw.
No, it can't,
and the reality
darling.
is that's not the case.
No.
Everything has its niche within the ocean, and it's incredibly easy to break that niche and influence it and upset it.
Aye.
Take plankton. These tiny plants and animals are crucial to life on the planet. They're the basis of the entire marine food chain and produce half the oxygen in our atmosphere, so every other breath you take. And they are sensitive to heat. Many species have been migrating north as the world's oceans warm. Personally, I'm really concerned. The heat waves that we're experiencing
not healthy, is it?
on land
Not very healthy.
and the marine heat waves that we're seeing are happening in unusual locations where we haven't expected them.
No, like Northeast America.
Scientists are learning more about how the ocean ecosystems function every day. We have the renewable technologies that can tackle climate change by reducing our use of fossil fuels. We just need to make the change quickly.
That won't happen though, will it, mate?
Well, I'm joined by one of those
I'm not too sure.
scientists.
What do you think?
Dr. Mike Collins, who's at the
give me a comment on the left side of the screen.
I mean, how significant is it to see a record like this?
Do you think we can just like change the planet? Do you think we can do something about it sooner than later?
Is highly significant.
I think it's too late.
We're not just talking about a single coast, single ocean basin. We're seeing unprecedented temperatures that we haven't seen before. However, this is likely to continue over the next century. So I think we'll still see unprecedented temperatures becoming the norm, as climate temperatures are predicted to increase up until 2100. Well, and beyond. But I talked a little bit in the introduction about the effect of temperature on ocean currents. Why are ocean currents so important for the weather, and particularly the weather here in the UK? So ocean currents are important in bringing, particularly such as the Gulf Stream, which brings warmer water to the UK, so it's responsible for regulating water temperature. Sea temperatures warmer around the UK than areas of similar latitude, such as Canada, and temperature has important implications for the marine life that lives there. Which is your area of expertise. What effect does temperature have on marine life? They can swim away, can't they, some of the creatures? Yep, certain species can certainly move away, and that in itself could be a problem because you're going to have species moving from locations to where they've never been found before, which could have effects on the species and ecosystems there. A lot of animals can't move, so they essentially have to try to weather the storm. So their ability to persist will depend upon their ability to acclimatise over time. But the question remains of whether the pace of climate change we're seeing will outpace their ability to cope. And one of the things about marine species, they tend
it's a bit like us having hotter summers in the UK.
That increases their metabolism just when the oxygen is coming out. As water gets hotter, oxygen leaves it, other gases leave it as well. How does that affect marine life? Exactly. So a big area of my research is looking at that combination of warming and low oxygen. It's likely to be a double whammy. Like you say, warm temperatures will increase the need for oxygen at a time when oxygen in the environment is getting lower. And that has implications for the energy production that animals need to perform all living processes. So we could see reduced fitness and potentially even mortality of organisms in the more severe conditions.
And what are we likely to see in terms of the species around the UK? Is that going to affect
The food
marine
chain.
life in the UK, these higher temperatures?
Certainly. So here in Plymouth Sound, researchers at PML have documented a recent heatwave in June 2023 of around 18 degrees compared to the norm of around 14. Now, that temperature currently might not be extreme enough to cause mortality right now, but within that window where animals can survive, there's actually a much lower range of temperatures under which they perform at their optimum or well. So we might not be seeing mortality currently, but we could see reduced fitness and performance of the animals that live here.
Dr. Mike Collins, thank you very much indeed.
It's frightening,
so
isn't it?
changing species around the UK, but also potentially changing ocean currents and weather as well. So really important finding, this record global sea temperature
Fascinating.
today.
Justin, thank you very much.
There you go, guys. That's what's going on.
I mean,
Frightening, isn't
concerned
it?
about the temperatures, of course, the sea temperatures, but there is people who obviously love their surroundings, want to kind of be part of their natural surroundings. Swim, for example. We've been talking about this a lot on Breakfast, but the problems that we are seeing with pollution in our waters,
In the sea,
largely
especially.
from the heavy rain that we've been seeing sewage spills. We've been reporting about this.
Yeah.
We're talking about how
As humans,
triathletes
what
at
we've
the
done.
moment who are training in the north of
Yeah.
England aren't able to get into the sea because it's filthy, basically, from these swimming.
It's not safe to
these
swim in.
sewage spills. And now this week, the Environment Agency has issued 52 pollution alerts across bathing spots in
Oh
England.
dear.
So you've been getting in touch with us and talking about how it's affecting your environment, and understandably,
Only a holiday,
are
I
upset.
guess.
Absolutely. Talking about that a little later on. Time now, though, to get the news travelling.
If you like this video, please a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel on Sunday Evans. The force people always spot the needs in a minute. Outweigh the needs. This is my friends Mike and Jimbo on the ITF Friday thing. Sorry Heels Race this shit every Friday 3 to 5 p.m. analog. Disrupted 100. Suddenly 100. ITF Friday thing. Sorry Heels Race this shit. I live loud. Listen to me alarm show every Sunday at 9 to 12 p.m. on the Woking Race Station with John and Matt on the Woking Race Station every Sunday. Please subscribe to my channel on Sunday Evans. My force people always quite spot the needs in a minute. Outweigh the needs to subscribe to my channel on Sunday Evans. By the way.